Okay, everyone, here it is. It's time for the reboot of the Joe Broadway series, moving him over to the Road to the Show on MLB 11 The Show. Now, I will still continue to give you updates on his career as it pertains to the 2K10. I'll probably give like yearly updates, make him less. Cover a wider span, but we're going to move right into his Road to the Show reboot, starting his career over. This is something new in the Road to the Show this year, where you can kind of mold what kind of player you're looking for, as far as speed versus strength, contact versus power, and cannon arm versus a good glove. So you can kind of make some decisions there. And hey, there, how about that? Broadway is in the audio for last name, so that's going to work out well. And obviously, Joe is going to be in there for a first name, of course. So always good when the PA will announce your name when you're a creative player. So that was one of the concerns, and it's in there. So we'll set him up a little bit here. Try to get him fairly close to what we had him starting off in the 2K series. Of course, it's not going to translate perfectly, but we'll get him looking fairly up to standards here. And as we do some, you just see a little bit of the customization that's involved. I'm not showing you all of it. There's a ton of customization for your player in this series, as well as your accessories, your bats, and batting gloves. Here we're doing elbow guard, all of it. You name it, it's in there for you to customize. Batting helmet, whether you want the new airflows or the old style. You want pine tar on there. Of course, we got to give Joe his trademark shades there for the field, and we're going to give him a little eye black here eventually here too, after we get the shades set up here. Yep, there's some eye black, so looking good. He wore long pants in the other series, so we'll give him long pants there. Customize the shoes a little bit, and I think we had left off with him in the Mike Lowell stance, so we'll pick right up there again with him in that stance to give some continuity here. And this is kind of cool. This has been in for a couple of years now, but you can pick your walk-up music. I could go in there and add custom music. I'm not doing that at this point, but then you get some points to spend right off the bat. Going to work on a little bit of power there, of course. Maybe a little plate discipline there, plate vision. We're not going to worry about speed so much right now. A little bit of arm accuracy there. So, and then instead of entering the draft, we're going to select a team. And I kind of struggled with this. I obviously wasn't going to do San Francisco all over again. We want something fresh. He went to Boston. We're going to avoid that. So, well, guys, his name is Joe Broadway, and I've avoided it for quite a long time. But I think it's Joe's destiny to eventually play on Broadway, to be a member of the New York Yankees. So we're going to give him a shot right out of the bat here to start up in the Yankees organization and see how things go. Because with a name like Broadway, you should be playing in New York, shouldn't you? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. That's going to cause a lot of emotion on either side, because the Yankees, either you love them or you hate them. There isn't too much in between. But here you see some of the training areas that we can add points to. For those of you who haven't followed the show, it's a little bit different than the 2K series that I've outlined with Joe before. But there are some nice breakdowns of where you can spend the points. So here we're going to go into his first ever appearance here. And he's going to start with the Double-A Trenton Thunder here. And we're playing the New Hampshire Fisher Cats right off the bat. So one nice thing I like about Road to the Show, which started up last year, I believe, is the ability to take a few batting practice hacks before each game. And of course you can skip out of this if you want, but it's kind of nice to just get the swing flowing here before you're thrown right into the game situation. Just kind of settle into the park, as hitters get to do in early BP. Just kind of adds to the immersion of the feeling of being at the ballpark, being a part of the team here. So as I take my my hacks here, it's kind of nice touch having the batting cage out and the screen for the person throwing BP. Just it might have been even cooler to have some fielders milling around out there, as you see him jack one right there to right center. But all in all, it's kind of cool to have a few swings to start your day out here. So as Joe takes his hacks and finishes that off, we are set for his first ever pro ball game. And now you just have to excuse the fact that we're starting all over with Joe. There's really no way to do it to continue a career from where he was at. So, getting ready for his first at bat and starting all over again in a new life, so to speak, for Joe Broadway. So here he comes to the plate for the very first time as a member of the Double-A Trenton Thunder here. So as he settles in, I'm going to show you two things. This was an 0-2 count, but he had fouled a few pitches off. Eventually grounds out. But now watch the, this is new this year. Watch his point total come up. It says good at bat, 14 points. It's not all or nothing anymore. If you do a good job and take some pitches, work a pitcher through an at bat, you'll get some points for it. You're not going to just fail out and get nothing because you grounded out or flew out. The situational, it takes in effect these situations. So here in the third, hitting one right down the left field line there, past the third baseman, thinking about two here, but he's going to think better of it because he has no wheels to speak of so far here. So that's an RBI, and you see a good at bat, getting him 20 points, experience points right there. So obviously, hits and homers and all those things are going to count for more points. But as I showed you, you can get some decent points by just doing situational things like working a count and making a pitcher work and all that. So here on first base, I decide, besides my lack of wheels here, to take off and test the catcher, and he guns me out. So manager's not going to be too happy about that, as you can see the jump was not anything to write home about. And there's old Joe lumbering down to second base, but he's going to be thrown out there. So gave it a try. What the heck? And so back at first base, which was his original position in the other series, fielding a grounder here and getting to the bag himself. So coming up for his at bat in the sixth here, 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI now, and settling in for yet another at bat here, as here he hits one pretty well to center, but the center fielder comes in and makes a nice play, taking that one right off the top of the turf. But again, you see good at bat and 11 points awarded, even though it's an out. So I'm kind of liking that system, rewarding you for doing some things other than just straight out hits and things like that. So the system, in my mind, has been improved a little bit there as far as how you can earn your points. Now, last at bat, he's a ground out to first baseman. Now this one I wasn't as impatient. I was a little more impatient and only get 3 points there. So it makes sense. I was 1 for 4 in the day. We lose the game 6-2, but there you go. Joe has got a game under his belt, as you see the ending line here. 1 for 4 with an RBI, so not a bad debut, and that'll kick off our series as you see the advancement goals as well. So come on back for episode 2, guys.